Hi guys, how are you? I hope all you are doing good. Welcome to the Learn Code Easily. So today we will solve the next question of our stack series. And if you are not watching the series, please watch it. And we will take the series forward into the forward direction. So here in the last video we have solved the travel logs folder, and today we will solve the implement queue using stack. So that is also one of the easy questions. So we will solve it as quick as possible. So here it is given that we have a stack and we need to implement the queue. So first I will tell you what is stack. So stack is the last in first out. And what is queue? Queue is simply first in first out. Okay, so what you inserted first, that will be output first. What you will inserted last, that will be output first in the stack. But in the queue is simple. A queue which we are simply a queue. Like if we are going to bank, then we have to make a queue. So that is simply queue. But what is stack? Stack is the opposite of the queue. So here what it is given, here we have given that we have a stack, so we need to implement the stack, and we are storing all these things in the form of a stack. Here we need to implement the queue with the help of stack. So let's take one of the list. So list can be also used as a stack and a queue in Python. So we do not need to learn every data structures. List is enough to perform all the operation which we can perform on the stack and the queue. Means it can work same as stack and queue, but we need to make our list accordingly, so that it could work as a stack, it could work as a queue. Sorry. So what here is what here it is given that we need to push. So simply we have a list, so uh, let's take as a queue stack. Okay, so let's stack is equals to empty. Now we have to pop. So if we have a stack, in the stack we have something like 1, then I will store 2, then I will store 3. So 1 is the last one and 3 is the top one. So if you will pop it out, then 3 will be the output. 3 will be the output in the case of stack. But if we have a queue, then it is a 1, then the second person will stand in the second position. So the output is, if we will pop the element, then first will be the element that will be popped first, because that have been inserted first. So this is the case of in the queue. So here we will have a stack, but if we want to pop it out, so we have to pop the first element. What we need to pop? We need to pop the first element, because in the stack it has been inserted as 1, then 2, then 3. If it is a stack, then we can simply write self.pop l.pop, then it can return the 3, because that's the last element which have been inserted, and that will be out first. But in the case of queue, what you have inserted first, that will be the output first. So here 1 we have inserted as first element, so that will be output first. Now what is peak? Peak is the first element, peak is the top element. So every time in the queue, that will be the top element. So here we need to simply return the 0th index. And empty, it is saying that if the our list is empty, then we need to return here true, otherwise false. So I haven't make you understand the question. The question is very easy. I hope you have already read by yourself. So here we have taken one of the stack. In the stack we need to if it is a stack, then we can simply pop the first element that is at the top. But here we are applying, or we are implementing the queue, so we need to pop the first element that have been inserted first, because queue, the definition of queue is first in first out. And what is return should be the top element. What is the top one? Because first person have been queued first in the queue, so that's why it is the top one. And yeah, that's it. So let's try to run it. So let's remove the code, this one. So I will make you comment for this, so that will be helpful for you when you will do this by yourself. Self dot l what it is saying, my queue object have no attribute l. Okay, not a problem. So here I've taken stacks. So you need to take the perfect name so that it could not create a problem for you. So here you need to return the peak. So here we have to pop, here we have to push. So let's try to submit it and see. So it has been accepted, and we are traversing our given list once, so that's so the time complexity is big O of n, and we are inserting every element once, so there's so the big O of n is the space complexity as well. So that's it from my side. I will meet in the next video with the next video. Till then, bye bye.